am so glad that you're here because today you'll be hearing a brief overview of one of my signature programs in ADHD coaching program. By the way, my name is Tracia. I'm a speech language pathologist, and this program is offered through my practice, Illuminate Family Workshop. So I will tell you about how this program might be a little different than other programs that you might have seen out there. It was specifically curated for the family who has an ADHD or suspected ADHDer who may not be struggling with academic content, yet they are struggling with the executive function skills that are required in the academic setting. Or it's for the family who has recently received an ADHD diagnosis and they're curious. They're wondering, what does this mean for my student? What does it mean for our family? It was also designed for the student who may be struggling with academics and the family is curious about if there's an underlying speech and language concern that's impacting academics. So, as you might have heard in my About Me video, as an adult, I discovered that I have an ADHD brain. And in the field, we call that twice exceptional. So I got to learn about ADHD through my training as a speech language pathologist and across all age ranges, multiple settings. And then I got to learn about ADHD through my own experience. And I got to be held and guided through my own coaching, through my own mentors and coaches. So, and what I found is that it's not just about the ADHD, like coolest hacks, right? It's about the self-awareness and the self-discovery and the self-compassion and growth mindset that needs to be developed. So I blended all this up and I created a program that serves students elementary, middle school, and high school aged. And the families that I work with anticipate working with me for about 6 months upwards towards a year. And this container really allows us to establish and build a relationship. The coaching program isn't just about me dumping information on the student, it's about walking alongside them. So here's the thing. I've got a ton of strategies, right? I've got strategies for classrooms, for homes. I got them in my back pocket, a bunch of different kinds. But the key piece that a lot of people miss is that in order for a strategy to be useful and for the executive function skills to be activated, for you to be working on them, the strategy has to be specific to the student, which means that they have to be the one to oftentimes come up with that strategy and implement it, try it on, reflect on it, and build that as a habit. And I'm here to facilitate that. This means that we have to have a relationship in order for that facilitation to happen, right? We know that the real change and the real shift happens when the student is an active participant, when the student is taking up the invitation to reflect and integrate and troubleshoot and be course corrected, and when the student is defining what ADHD means to them. So, we know that it's not about how much the student knows, but what they do with that knowledge that makes it important, right? So in addition to the strategies, we'll actually say before the strategies, we focus on the self-compassion and the self-discovery and being in a coaching relationship. Your student gets to learn life lessons that can only happen in a coaching mentorship relationship. Like the latest video game it can't replace the human connection and the lessons that we learn in human connection, right? In our time together, we'll be acknowledging their ADHD brains and building insight and celebrating that student. Supporting them in reaching their goals and their dreams. That's what it's all about. So at the beginning, we'll set some goals and some intentions for our time together, and that'll help guide us. And then throughout our time, we'll also have some checkpoints in with the family as well. So if that sounds like something that your student would benefit from, I want to invite you to visit the Get Started page on my website. It's illuminatefamilyworkshop.com. And that's where you can introduce yourself, share a little bit about your student. And yeah, I am so excited to get to meet you.